Yashodanandana Raja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshasarini Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. I welcome you all today. Hare Krishna. So, I welcome you all. This since 3-4 days I was speaking, and you all understood many things. In olden days, the temples are being built by king. But it is made out of stones, right? Stone temples. Stone has been sculptor. He used to build a temple. By the king used to order the and he used to build a temple. So he chose 2 stones to prepare deities of Gandharvika Giridhari. But sculptor knows the language of the stone. So he took his hammer and chenil and start beating it. Then the stones start to cry. After few beats, he start to cry, and he told that Shilpakar or Shilpi to use me in some other place. It hurts me, so don't give me much trouble. So the Shilpakar, he kept the stone aside and he took another stone. He started beating it and beating it. And he with thousands and lakhs of cuts he has, um, with lots of cuts, he created beautiful Gandharvika Giridhari, beautiful Radha Krishna deities. So, what to do with the other stone? He used that he who is crying, he put that stone into the doorstep, you know, which with less cuts. And the day of installation happened, and every Pandit came, even king became the Yajman of that occasion, and they installed the deities of Gandharvika Giridhari with Sahasra Kumbhabhishek and with lot of mantras, and deities has been decorated with flowers and done Panchamrita Abhishek and everything. And everybody used to get offering for those deities. But whoever comes, the they used to climb through that doorstep stone, and doorstep stone used to cry because that stone is habituated to cry only. So he started crying, and then everyone used to put his step on the doorstep, and it was rough because of lakhs of hundreds, thousands of people are coming through. It that roughness has gone and it started becoming smooth. So after at night, all these stones, all the devotees went to the home and everything. The stones started talking with each other, and they are telling, see, we came from the same place. And those steps then telling to the deity stone. We came from the same place, and this Shilpakar, he curved me and put me in the doorstep. He made you as a deity. Everyone is taking the attention of the deities, and you are getting all good food, good Panchamrita Abhishek, good flowers, and everything. You are the center of attraction. See, everyone is putting a step on my head and they are coming to enter the temple. Then the deity stone started talking to the doorstep stone, right? First, he selected you to make Radha Gandharvika Giridhari, but you started crying, and so Shilpakar used to do this to become what the beautiful Murti I have tolerated, and I had thousands and lakhs of cuts. So then I became beautiful deities. So why I am telling this to you, this incident, is that Guru sometime tests his disciple according to his caliber and gets beaten like, and he makes us the raw diamonds into diamonds, you know. So, as you all know, Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. And Nama hai te hai sarva jagat nissar. Nama bina kali kale aara nahi dharma. Sarva mantra sara ya. Yahi shastra marma. It is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita. But there are certain things, actually I told this many times, you might have heard, there are few things which is transferable, you cannot transfer. What are the things which you cannot transfer? One is prasadam. If you eat prasadam, it is only for you. You cannot transfer that your prasadam to anyone. If any other person wanted to enjoy, he has to take prasadam. So prasadam cannot be transferred. And the second thing which you cannot transfer is your education. Right? Education cannot be transferred. Your certificate is for you and others have different certificates. So in the same way, marriage, so I am very busy. Instead of me, you do the saptapadi. It is not possible. You have to do the saptapadi because that's also not, you cannot transfer. And another thing you cannot transfer is your death, your mrityu. Mrityu is also not transferable. However dear he may be, he or she may be, no one is ready to take your death. You have to die. And you have to die to see the heaven. Stan saibeku, swarga padibeku. Means no one else is going to die for you. You have to die. Right? And in the same way, these are the things which is not transferable. And in the same way, bhakti is also not transferable. Whenever we give the devotional service or spiritual talk, there are Mataji's flocks are more than the male flocks. Male people are very less, Matajis are more.
But they won't agree.
But
they won't agree.
No, they are. Because this, even today in India, is a male-dominated society. And of course, they rule their home, Matajis. They are the Supreme Court of the home. No one cannot disobey their orders. Right? Sorry, I'm not, because they maintain that family. That is the duty of Matajis and they take care of that department so that male facilitated them and make their sansara in a nice way. I always say Grahast ashram is a tough ashram because Grahast ashram is tough because the male, I always advocate this, in the young age you get love from your parents. Hari. In the young age you get love from your parents. When you grow up, You have to earn to get that love. You follow? In the young age, you get love from your parents freely. And when you grow up, you have to earn that love. You have to earn for love. In the old age, you have to beg for love. That is the situation today. Uh, so, but so generally, male have one complaint, and they say, I'm busy in my house, other work, so I facilitate female to do devotional service. As I always trying to emphasize in last week, God fulfills anybody who comes and asks him, he fulfills everyone's desire. God fulfills everyone's desire. And since last week, I also emphasized everybody that God gives us more than we deserve. Right? Do you agree or not? And God gives us more than we deserve. But how many of you thank God? Instead of 10, if you are not thanking Him, are you ready, or don't you think you are ungrateful? And how God can, means if you go on asking Him, you will be, we are called ungrateful. We are not human. We do not have any courtesy. At least thank Him. Even if I gave one chocolate to this boy, he will tell, thank you, uncle, right? Huh? Yes or no? Yes. And at least we have to thank God, whatever we get. Then He gets pleased and He will give you more what you want. More than you whenever you get without any expectation, you will, there is a wow factor in it. Because when you never expected, when you don't expect and you get, then you feel it is a surprise gift for you, right? So that becomes, wow, I got it. Because you never expected it, you never imagined it. So, devotees are always, as I was telling from all these 1 week, they are always in good mood. Good for them, devotees, they are always like they celebrate every day in a like festival. सदा दिवाली संत की 12 मास वसंत जो कृष्ण के रंग में रंगे उनके रंग अनंत. Means for devotees every day is Deepavali and every day is Yugadi. They live in ecstasy, not happy, they live in ecstasy, ananda. I differentiate between happiness and samadhan, sukh. These are different words, but ananda is ultimate. They live in ananda, devotees. So their face is always bright and illuminating. and they always happy in whatever circumstances they may put in, they are happy, you know, and they are joyful. So, Krishna, our beloved, he always says one thing. He gives everything, just like I was trying to tell all these days, that he gives you everything, only, as I said, he doesn't give you the seva. He gives you all what you ask for, he gives you. He always stands in front of you and his abhaya hasta, he says tatastu, tatastu, whatever you ask, tatastu. But if you ask seva from him, he said, no, I have to wait, you stand in another line. Because first I will watch you and see you, then I will give you the seva. Why? If he gives you the seva, he surrenders to the bhaktas. Aham bhakta paradino. So he becomes servant of bhakta. And bhakta must have he must also have those qualities in bhakta. Like Arjuna, Krishna became the chariot driver of Arjuna, right? I always give this example. And also, Krishna, Yashoda wanted to tie Krishna, always happened 2 fingers short, right? And she brought all the rope from the her Gosala, but still 2 fingers short. And then at last she requested Krishna, please allow me to bind you. Then Krishna became merciful to her from her Vatsalya Bhava. She bound Krishna. After binding Krishna, no one in Vrindavan are dare to release him. Even Balram got angry, all the Gopalas became angry, Gopis became angry, even Rohini got angry, Nanda Maharaj got angry, no one is dare to release Krishna from the land. So, Krishna means that is with love you can conquer Krishna. In the same way, Gopis, they started complaining to Yashoda, he comes and eats butter in my house and we don't mind if he eats butter, but he distributes to his friends and not only friends, he feeds even to the monkeys, So that was, then when Yashoda asked Krishna, did you stole the butter from that gopi's house? He says no. Then when she insists on her, he says, yes, I have eaten the butter from the house. First he says no. When you hear all these things, we understand that when you love only from love, you can bind Krishna, you can conquer Krishna, you can be his. So Prabhupada used to tell us efforts are more important than results. And also seniority is more, not seniority is, sorry, sincerity is more important than seniority. You have to be very sincere in your approach to become senior, because seniors must have, or the disciple means you have to have two good qualities. One, discipline. The word disciple comes from discipline, and discipline and consistency and shistu and niyamabadda jivan. Discipline and regulated activities. Just like we, um, in that way you can become perfect. And all this happens when you, in anything to happen, first step is desire. You know, from desire, this is what I was telling all this week. First step is desire. Then to get that desire, you have to have discipline and determination so that you will get destination. From destination to you you from that you change your destiny. So this all these, because we are all creator of our own destiny. No one is going to change our destiny. But sometimes human being's destiny changes three times. One, from his birth. Second, after his marriage, uh, he or she's horoscope joins, so luck is combined there. And the third time, luck changes, fortune changes when the children take birth. They bring their fortune. So in that way, our fortune changes. So Prabhupada always used to say that values are more important than than valuable. Values are more important than valuable, and sincerity is more important than seniority. Efforts are more important than the results. And these uh, and proper work is more important than paperwork. You know. So हरि हरि राग गांधारिका गिरिधारी की जय, गौर निताय की जय, चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय. हरे हरे. Here there are many students, and actually students from the day of we are taking birth until the last breath, everyone is a student. Means from taking birth until then, we are all student, one thing. And from taking birth So until that, no, everyone has never, there is no time you do not have responsibility. Responsibility never ends. It comes one after another, like tides of the ocean. You know, you finish one responsibility, another responsibility is already there. So here there are many students. What are the qualities of the student? The qualities of the students is Kakachesa Bhakadhyanam Swana Nidra Satat Satraivacha Alpahari Grahatyagi Vidyarthi Panchalakshana. In that way, Subhasita tells us. Means he has to be alert like crow and concentration like baka. Baka means, what do you say, cockere, what is crane. And he has to, Alpahari, the student is always, he cannot take, um, you cannot load your stomach. So when you load your heavy prasadam, makes you sleep. So students always take less prasadam, alpahari, alpahari, and he is ready to sacrifice his home for higher studies. Means grahatyagi. Student is ready to become grahatyagi. In that way, there are five um, indication of a vidyarthi. Which one? Kakachesta, bhakadhyanam, swana nidra means like nidra lie of dog. Dog bites, small sound, dog gets start bark, you know. So in the same way, students, if they wanted to study, and they will wake up. When we used to wake up. We did not have any alarm at that time. In our days there is no electricity also, and we never went to any tuition. And we used to get good marks we used to pass in our examination. And we used to say that those who are taking tuition, there are mandapati. So they go for tuition. So everything happens. So these are the things. In life, two things are very important. It's very rare to get. One is association of a good devotee, santon ke sangat, means association of devotee, and another harikatha. Gramakatha or gossip or what do you say, prajalpa, there are many people do. Prajalpa is, according to Prabhupada, he used to tell, it is like frog is making a sound. By frog making the sound, attracts the snake to come and eat. When frog makes the sound, snake know that here is a frog. I will have good feast today. Right? In that way. So everything starts from tongue. Tongue has two way acting. One to speak, one to taste. you know, and want to act also. Your whole relationship would be spoiled by your tongue. You might have gone through to build a relationship for years together. It could be spoiled by one word, you know. And sometimes it is said that you can kill a 6 foot person by your boneless tongue. So there is a saying, you have to keep your head like ice factory. You have to keep your tongue as a sugar factory. And you have to keep your heart like a beautiful garden. So you will be very, very happy. Head is a ice factory. Tongue with the sugar factory. I like sugar. You have to speak very sweet words. And heart with beautiful garden, with clean heart, without any jealous envy, and it's a clean heart. Sincerity in purity of heart, pure heart. I always say these three things: clarity of mind, purity of heart, and sincerity of your service can lead to any, you can reach to any destination. What are the three? Clarity of mind, purity of heart, and sincerity in your service. So that will lead to you to achieve anything. That Prabhupada in Shastra also said, Utsaha Nischaya Dhairya Tatat Karma Pravartanat Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivratti. So, whole Ramayana and Mahabharata done happened just because of the tongue. Huh? I was trying to emphasize these things in last 1 week. Ramayana happened just from the tongue only. Just Duryodhana fell down in the water. He thought that it was he forgot to that rangoli which has been done in the water. He thought it is a earth. So he put the leg into the water. Then Draupadi from the upstairs, she says, Andeka beta anda, means blind man's son is blind. That triggered Mahabharata, means he brought out of from that Vastraparana, means happened, and from there Mahabharata happened. In the same way, Ramayana, the great epic, Ramayana happens from the tongue only. To hear also the lady's tongue, because Mahabharata happened from Draupadi and Ramayana is also from two ladies, Manthara and Kaikeyi. So Manthara, Kaikeyi, these two women's tongue made Ramayana. So even in any place in India, wherever you go in India, no one keeps the name of Manthara and Kaikeyi. All others' names are okay, but not Manthara and Kaikeyi, because such a being with them. So, yesterday I went to Chandapur and there are few dramas they are acting. On those drama, the topic was mobile. Means how mobile became impediment for our progress. You know, I always try to say, Hari, try to say that, of course, mobile has a good for some features are there, but it weaken your memory, it weakens your, because before coming mobile, I was very sharp. I was remembering 100 mobile number, 100 phone number in my memory bank. After mobile came, I do not remember my wife's number. It became so weak in my memory. When the facility comes, we have to work more efficiently, but this becomes we become slave of the mobile. I would like to tell one incident which happened in Kumaramangalam Birla's house. I happened to go to Kumaramangalam Birla house, and he is a phone manufacturer, and also he has his own SIM card company idea, right? Yes. So, and one boy from one Mangalam Birla's family is a joint family. The Marwadis they are living joint family. They are always, they never, anyway, I will come to that later on. They are joint family. So one of the daughter-in-law, she is a educator, means she teaches the students in one of the school. And Birlas are maintaining many schools in Bombay and many other places too. One day the teacher, the Birla's daughter-in-law, she gave a teacher, she is a teacher, and she gave an essay to write to the student. Fortunately or unfortunately, her son was in her class. The title of the composition was My Wish. What?
My wish.
My Wish. So all the students, they wrote their wishes, they write their composition. And even the son wrote the composition. What was his wish? He says, in my house, my daddy, grandfather, grandmother, my father, mummy, uncle, aunt, everyone has mobile. No one has a time to speak to me. So, oh God, please take away this mobile. Because mobile is killing the relationship. Because before I was the center of attraction, everyone used to love me and talk to me. Ever since the mobile came, everyone is busy in their own mobile. What they are searching, so, oh God, please take away this mobile. And that And in that way, he started writing that his composition. After while reading, that lady started crying because this is the thought of my son. She only knows what is her roll number and everything. So, and when she started to cry, um, her husband was sitting next to her in the sofa. He said, "What made you to cry?" Then he gives that composition to him, and he also was curiously come to know that he he came also into emotion. Then he tells, "This is our son's composition," and that composition went to grandmother and grandfather, the head of the family. Here is the twist. After reading grandfather and grandmother that composition, they ordered immediately, whenever you enter in the home, everyone must deposit their phone into grandmother and grandmother's custody. In the house, his phone is not allowed. And after some time, without mobile, the relationship start to build up, and it became they lived cordially and happily. Everyone had time to spend with their loved ones. This is a true story I'm telling you. And pros and cons are there with all gadgets. Why we purchase gadgets? You can control the gadget. Any gadget you take. We human beings are love to control, but we cannot control some few things, many things. Even the gadget also we cannot control. If we don't know how to utilize it, the gadget will go into what you say. It will be a bangar. Bangar means jujube. It is it is only a showpiece. It will become. I have seen many houses. They have big TV screen. Hardly only TV screen for decoration. It is no one is seeing the TVs. Of course, I go to devotees' house. They play Madhava's songs and Hare Krishna song and these things, or some here, some from YouTube, some Bhagavatam class from some devotees. But otherwise, um, that is nothing. But why I am telling that? But we love to control the things, but we cannot control. From controlling, we won't get happiness. That's what I wanted to put you forward. So here, another thing I wanted to tell you about. And now today I was, I will give you some numbers. Today I wanted to teach you number game. Huh? How many of you know 8 multiplication? Everyone knows, right? Huh? So 8 ones are 8. What it means? 8 ones are 8 means young. 8 ones are 8 means, means a toddler is young. 8 twos are 16, he is young. Huh? Yes? 8 twos are 16, he is young. 8 threes are 24. 24, what it indicates? It's a time for marriage. Nowadays, marriages are going before males are or females are not ready to take marriage. Their make marriages becomes late just because they are not confident that husband or male or female, and they wanted to stand on their leg and then marry. Before, parents used to match the horoscope and say, you marry this girl. They used to marry. And without any now, even I have seen such a cases, girls are very interested. They wanted to see the male's bank account. How, what are the transaction in the bank account? You know, women are become so clever. What they are going to understand by going through the 3 years bank account, I don't know.
What is purchasing lifestyle?
Yeah, they wanted to make means a girl is not confident that this boy will give me all my wants. He can fulfill the wants, fulfill the desire. But and there is another saying nowadays for girls and boys, they make one demand. In my house, old furniture should not be there. Old furniture in the sense, old people, parents, should not live in their house because, but the young couple, they do not know they are going to be old one day. Uh, you know. So anyway, so samsara means um, ocean of miseries. There is no happiness in samsara. We have to struggle, as I said. Struggle is always there in the so now sorry, excuse me. Then I was going eight number my multiplication where we have stopped 24. Age of marriage. Eight for eight fours are 32. Then he wanted to make his family, his children's welfare and everything. And 8 fives are 40. He start thinking at the age of 40, what I have done is the right decision or not. Because, or where I have to change myself. Because he is feeling the energy is losing. Because he was not so energetic once he reaches at 40, the energy level goes down, right? And he start thinking, I have to, that where in the 40, 8 fives are 40, the alarm bell starts ringing, where I have to work cautiously and 8 6 are 48. Means then he makes a plan how I have to make my life more he calculates his, means he thinks of his retirement at that time. And 8 sevens are 56. Budhape ki शुरुआत means he thinks that is the beginning of old age. Eight, eight eights are 64. 64 at the time of retirement. He feels, I worked hard, it's enough. Now I cannot work. Now I will get retired and be happy. Because, but retirement is not the solution. Until the last breath is there, you have to work. And there is a saying in English, fittest is the survival. To live in this world, you have to be fit. Fittest is the survival. Or in another word, according to the Shastra, Jivo Jivasya Jivanam. One living entity depends on other living entity. So 8 8 are 64, 8 nines are 72. At that time he knows that I cannot do anything else. Now this is the time whatever I have earned, let me gracefully distribute, Batwara. Means he wanted to give it to his near and dear ones or sacrifice. 8 sevens are 72 and 8 nines are 72, 8 tens are 80. Ram Nam Sat hai. Means most probably, and that is a saying, because of course we have, God has given us 100 years, but hardly anybody lives up to 100. If he lives up to 80, it is the biggest, greatest boon nowadays, because we do all kinds of wrong activities, so we kill our life. So to become healthy, now I am coming again to numbers. You understood this in the eight, how it relates to the life. And 9, again, these are the phone numbers which I am telling you now. 9, to be healthy, one has to drink 9 glasses of water. Because body contains 75% of the is water, So everyone needs minimum 8 hours sleep, which includes doing their nityavidi, like taking bath. No one gets 8 hours sleep, taking bath, taking food, prasadam, and decorating ourselves. These are things happens in this 8 hours. And 7, everyone has a desire to see 7 wonders of the world. Right? Maybe it's possible or not possible, but everyone desires to get. डिजायर करने में क्या बुराई है, आशा करने में क्या बुराई है. And 6, nowadays everyone wants 6-figure salary, right? If I get 6-figure salary, I will be happy. Then everyone wants 5-day week, right? Nowadays everyone wants 5-day week. And at least one desires, everyone needs one 4-wheeler. Because this desire makes the Bangalore traveling becomes hell. To sometimes, 3 kilometers to go, it takes 40 minutes. by four-wheeler because traffic jam. Even you can go within half an hour or 15 minutes. By walking, you can go uh, for 3-4 kilometers, but not by mobile. But I sometimes wonder how much the driver needs the attention and concentration and peace of mind. You know, as a hell. Then everyone desires at least one must have three-bedroom flat, right? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Then um, one must have. In olden days, we used to be get blessed. Ashtaputra Saubhagyavati Bhava. But not Ashtaputra now. Two putra is more than enough. हम दो हमारे दो. उनको बड़ा करने के लिए नाक में दम आ जाता है. Make them stand on their leg. Then 1 फुट से 6 फुट बनाने के बाद वो बच्चा पूछता है, I never gave you the invitation to bring me here. You brought me and you take care of me now. That is so sometimes even the children write on their T-shirt, my dad is my ATM.
Yeah.
Because I have seen this. This is my observation. Um, Two children, and of course one wife or husband. If you don't have all these things, you are in bliss, zero. If you are zero, you are happier. These are all numbers of a telephone from 9 to 0, right? In India, there is one code number, 91, right? 91 is the code number, and that is Gandharvika Giridhari. When this Gandharvika Giridhari code number is in our life, all these desires will be fulfilled. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, the phone is not going to get connected. Phone busy hai. So, एक सुंदर तरीके से, now I will tell you in Hindi and then I will, if you don't understand, then I will translate that in English. एक सुंदर तरीके से कृष्ण को बताया गया है. पहली गाली पर सर काटने की हिम्मत रखता है, 100 गाली सुनने तक इंतजार करता है, वो है कृष्ण. आप समझ गए मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ? Whom I am indicating? शिशुपाल. And हाथ में सुदर्शन चक्र रखने की ताकत रखता है, ज्यादा करके मुरली बजाता है. समझे? ये वो है हमारे चाहते गिरिधारी. द्वारका जैसा वैभव है, लेकिन समय आने पर उसको भी डुबोने का हिम्मत रखता है. मतलब वो ये वैभव को भी छोड़ सकता है, वो है कृष्ण. है कि नहीं? वैभव भी उसको हावी नहीं होता है. समझ गए? हावी नहीं मतलब ओवर पावर. The opulence doesn't shakes him. Uh, and who says Krishna didn't love? He loved Yashoda Mata, Nanda Baba, and Gopis, Radharani. But when the priority came, he left all Vrindavan Vasi, went to Mathura. Because Krishna taught us the priority list in 5,000 years back. We have to take what is priority. So he went to कर्म जब सामने आता है, उन्होंने प्यार को भी ठुकरा के माँ बाप को मतलब वसुदेव देवकी को कंस का बंधन से मुक्त करने के लिए वो मथुरा गए. So in that way, one one becomes. These are the glories of Krishna, and I try to explain you today few things that this is from today. I mean, yes, now it is Purushottam Mass, very significant month. It comes every 3 years. You know, those who are doing any devotional activities in this Purushottam Mass, they get result 100,000 times multiplication. Means in that way, we get the benefit. So for the devotees, we have 5 pillars in bhakti. First is Nam Jap. Second is Vaishnava Seva. Third is Satsang. Fourth is Dhamvas. And fifth is, out of that, if you do all these things, you will get Ananda. You know, these are the 5 pillars of bhakti. So, I am now, I have given you the but in this world, everyone is in anxiety, chinta, for nothing. चिंता करके कुछ मिलने वाला है? चिंता करके सिर्फ बीमारी मिलती है. चिंता करे मिले बीमारी, चिंतन करे मिले बाके बिहारी. But by remembering Krishna, you will get. And now I have tried to give you a overlook of how to live in this material world and how to live happily in this world. Now I will tell you how to die in this material world. Because those who are born, they are going to die. But birth becomes a celebration, and that must be a celebration too. Means that is the way how Prabhupada taught us, how we have to. I have told already once. Now there are those who haven't listened it. So I see little more heads today because of maybe because of Sunday. Now I will tell you how you can make that head into a festival. You can go with me, or you can repeat once I tell you. So you will understand. This I have written. I was there in Prabhupada's last days, 15 days before his Samadhi in Vrindavan, in Prabhupada's quarter. At that time, I have written these few lines. So I want you to realize that. Hey mouth to Trabana, हे मौत टूटबाना, जब मैं वृंदावन में हूँ। हे मौत टूटबाना, जब मैं वृंदावन में हूँ, ताकि तुझे आने में आनंद लगे। जब मौत को भी आने को भी आनंद लाना मांगता है ना। हाँ, जब मैं वृंदावन में रहता हूँ तो आएगा तो मौत को भी आनंद आ जाएगा और मुझे जाने को भी आनंद मिलेगा, है कि नहीं? हाँ, हे मौत तू तब आना जब मैं वृंदावन में हूँ, ताकि तुझे आने में आनंद लगे, मुझे जाने में आनंद लगे। वृंदावन की माटी हो, जमुना का जल हो, साधुओं की संगत हो, जबान पे नाम संकीर्तन हो। जब साधु रहते हैं तो नाम संकीर्तन होता है। जब जबान पे नाम संकीर्तन हो, ताकि जब मृत्यु आए, हाँ, भगवान का नाम लेते लेते, कानों में सुनते सुनते इस संसार से विदा हो। तब ऐसी मौत, मौत नहीं, ये महोत्सव है। तो हम सभी मौत को भी महोत्सव के जैसे we have to celebrate. तो प्रभुपाद ने ये हमें सिखाया। प्रभुपाद ने हमें जीने की राह भी सिखाई और मरने का रास्ता भी बताया। So he has given us the art of living and art of death, both. So in that way, you are all fortunate to be under guidance of Prabhupada, and in another way, you are all Bhagyavantaru. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any questions?
Hare Krishna. Anybody have any questions?
I have one question.
हाँ,
So how to be consistent in devotional service? For example, chanting. So how to be consistent in the devotional service?
I will tell you how you. I told already in my 1 week staying in Kerpuram. How many of you are doing japa? Very good. How many of you hear Bhagavatam class? Very good. How many of you sleep while doing japa? How many of you sleep while doing hearing Bhagavatam class? So I will give you the remedy for both of this. I have told already those who are not heard me, I will tell you. Suppose I will give you 2 lakhs rupees to count, denomination of 10 to 500 means 10 to 100, 200, 500 notes of 2 lakhs rupees. Are you going to, how you will count? You are going to, with concentration you will count, right? Huh? You won't mistake while counting. Your mind doesn't go here and there, right? While you are chanting japa, this 108 beats, 108 times the direction changes. Right? So whose fault is this? When you count 2 lakhs rupee, you are concentrated, focused. While you are chanting japa, your mind goes either and that means you are not focused, you are not concentration, and you are taking it granted. I sometimes see the devotees, आप जपमाला के अंदर जप करते हो, you are chanting within the, putting the hands in the japa bag and you chant japa. But how you are changing your beads, you only know, and Krishna only know. You know, sometime while chanting japa, you mince words, I know. But outward, because japa, mala, no one sees, only you feel it, you know. Right? You feel, you know. But outside visible, that Sakshi Mala, once you finish the round, you do the Sakshi Mala with lovingly, with 1 round, 2 rounds, very beautifully, very carefully. And so the concentration more on Sakshi Mala than chanting Japa Mala. Right? I think you are experienced in it. Right? So that is, we tell every day 10 offenses while chanting. Without concentration, chanting has no use. Because जब तक आप chant करते हो, you are chanting because your Guru Maharaj told you to chant 16 rounds. How many of you have chanted more than 16 rounds every day? Very few hands are coming up. Because to 16 माला करने के लिए भी नाक में दम आ जाता है. मतलब एक बार 16 माला हो गया, चलो, मगर एक बात तो, here you are doing the 16 rounds, it is not you are doing it, you are doing it for your Gurudev, your spiritual master, because he told you to do it. After 16 rounds, if you chant any round, it is your rounds. Means Name Ruchi. You get the taste of chanting your mala. Name Ruchi, Vaishnavera Sangha, and Jiver Daya. These are the qualities, 3 qualities of Vaishnavas. You know, otherwise, Prabhupada used to tell Gaudiya Math did not flourish because they chant 32 or 64 rounds. Prabhupada first told us to chant 64 rounds. All the devotees in the beginning, it is not possible. Then told to chant 32 rounds. Of course, we can chant 32 rounds, but preaching will be hit. Then Prabhupada's purpose of is the Prabhupada's mission is for preaching. So he brought down from 64 to 16, you know. But still this to chant 16 rounds, कभी कभी नाक में दम आ जाता है. So how serious you are in chanting? और कृष्ण के नाम के ऊपर आपको प्रेम कैसा होगा लगेगा? कृष्ण का नाम लेते लेते चैतन्य महाप्रभु भी रोते थे, है क्या नहीं? हरिदास ठाकुर भी रोते थे. कृष्ण का नाम लेते जिस किसी ने भी रोया उसने पाया. द्रौपदी रोई उसने पाया, कुंती रोई उसने पाया, प्रहलाद रोए उसने पाया, ध्रुव महाराज रोए उन्होंने पाया. मतलब प्यार से रोते रोते, मतलब भक्त लोग भाव के, भगवान भाव के भूखे हैं, भाव के भूखे. Means he wants, he sees your love. So I say devotional service without emotion is useless. So your devotional service must be with emotion. Hari Hari. Any other question?
Actually, we have a Sakshimala, right? I think there is a understanding like we need to pull it as soon as the round is been completed. We should pull that bead from the top to bottom or bottom to top.
Anyway, both sides you can do. If you are chanting 64 from, you can chant from top to bottom and bottom to top. If you are chanting 32 rounds, 16 rounds from top to bottom and another 16 rounds from bottom to top. It means the same.
Yeah, again, the basic point is, I think I heard from the group actually. If we pull from the down to top, we'll go along or something like that. Actually.
Yeah.
That is the understanding I have from you.
Well, it is just you to motivate. It is just to motivate you to chant 32 rounds.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you for your association in wonderful class, Prabhuji. Every time when we come and pray to God, our wish changes. Sometimes we don't even ask. Sometimes we ask, sometimes we are in trouble. We ask God, okay, relieve me from this pain. Sometimes we ask, like our family members are not well, so please cure them. So every time our wish changes. So from your perspective, what is that one wish which we should always ask Krishna will not change?
Engage in your devotional service. सेवा, सेवा से भगवान का सेवा करने से भगवान हमारे सेवक बन जाते हैं. कितनी बड़ी बात है.
Any other question?
हरि हरि.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण.
I should not say this since you have seen Prabhupada that he was live and you have understood him, he is a spiritual master. So I know we have got many things in our life, right? We work, we do spiritual activities, everything. But what is the best life lesson you have learned from Prabhupada? Since you have stayed with him so much, you know him. So what is the best thing you can give us today from the perspective of life? How do you see that? What you have learned from him? What you have understood from him?
Spiritual master teaches us. He loves his disciples as no one loves him. You know, he loves it, I will tell you. And spiritual master guides us. No way others can teach us. Just like he teaches with the small changes. I have all these days I was trying to explain, and I will tell you one incident. I wanted to tell, but I drifted from telling you. Um, I was telling how many of you chanting, while chanting you are getting sleep. So how to get rid of the sleep uh, while chanting and hearing Bhagavad Gita? Prabhupada taught me in a very nice way. I will take you 50 years back to tell you this incident so that if you are doing chanting while chanting and how spiritual master changes our attitude and how he teaches us through his own examples. This will be a guide for you. I will take you back 50 years back in Janmashtami day in Hyderabad. It was a day when Gaur-Nitai, Radha Madan Mohan, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra had been installed. Prabhupada generally has a routine. After his morning walk, he comes to the temple, and after comes, there will be Srangararti. He pay obeisances. Then we do Guru Puja to Prabhupada, and then he starts giving Bhagavatam class. On the day of Janmashtami, the Hyderabad temple, thousands of devotees, means guests and the disciples, my God brothers and God sisters were present there. In Janmashtami, all the devotees have a lot of devotional service, so everyone is tired and above all, upvas. By hearing upvas, we make preparation what to eat more. Rest of the days we never think of eating. In upvas, we think of more of eating. Which, um, so I was getting sleep in Bhagavatam class of Prabhupada on that day. Prabhupada was in the Vyasasana. He called me, Gurudev, stand up. You imagine what will be my position at that time. 5 feet boy at the age of 23. At 23, the age is most of the young people are rebels. You know. But Prabhupada told me, called my name, and I stood up. And I will tell you, I heard that Bhagavatam class in rapt attention. Today, I remember even every word of it. And that was a second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. I will tell you the sloka. Hari Hari. Hari Hari. Then after the class, he came to me and he told me, I thought that when he was coming to me, I was about to pass urine because that much I was fearful of. So that today something is going to, he will tell me. He came to me and he told me that today from Gurudev, from you, you have given a nice lesson to all my disciples. What is that? When anyone gets sleep in the Bhagavatam class and while doing japa, they must stand up. And while standing up, you won't get sleep. You know, when you stand up and sleep, you will fall down. So you won't get sleep. So that one thing which triggered me, and however late I may be, you believe it or not, yesterday in Chandapur, when I came to sleep, it became 12 o'clock. But I woke up at as usual Mangalarti at 5 o'clock. You know, um, I mean your desire. I mean Prabhupada changes in by small things, uh, and with and of course. Um, Many things he changes. So we all disciple of Prabhupada says, Prabhupada is mine, mere Prabhupada. That intimacy with Prabhupada is that. You can also build that intimacy with Prabhupada by reading his books. He talks you to through the books, and so you will be benefited out of it. And small incident, he teaches his disciples, not only Prabhupada, every spiritual master. I have given innumerable 3-4 incidents in this 1 week in RK Puram. You follow?
Yes.
Any other questions?
One last question from my producer to Hare Krishna.
At this you might have heard from me. Human beings have a tendency to change their rules according to their will, and according to their circumstances. I have told this because you might not have heard it. Just like, for example, in my glass of water, one fly came in. What I will do? I will throw the water and fill the fresh water, right? And then I drink. If the same fly, it fell into the ghee tin, what you will do? Huh? If the same fly fell into the ghee tin, what you will do? You throw away the fly and boil the ghee and use the ghee, right? So according to we change our rules according to circumstances. So sometimes we feel this action you learn from you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Any other question?
Anybody?
Last, the golden chance.
I think we are good now. Nobody has, they all understood very clearly.
Yes.
Like you have taken directly initiation from Srila Prabhupada. How did you get influenced with Srila Prabhupada? What was your experience with Srila Prabhupada at that point of time?
As far as Gita concerned, it teaches us 4 types of people in search of 4 types of people comes in search of Krishna. Atta Jinyasu Jnani Cha Bharatasya. I was a inquisitive person because I was born in Karnataka, Udupi, I am one of the first disciple of Prabhupada from Karnataka. But but for Kannadigas, I haven't done any good work for Kannada speaking people. But only the title Hari, yes, thank you. But I'm the first person where I was being born in Matwa family, and we used to do bhajans and we used to do Sandhya Vandana and as a Nitya when Prabhupada came in 71, 72 Pandal in Cross Maidan, my was a person got attracted with those Western devotees wearing shika, wearing tilak, kantimala and japa bag, wearing saffron cloth, and ladies wearing saris with cover their head. Huh? I thought they are more charming and they are well presented. And being a Madhva family, I could not give means they are serious in their approach. They were giving classes on Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Of course, they are quoting at that time Bhagavad Gita because and Prabhupada used to tell us Bhagavad Gita is the ABC of spiritual knowledge, and Bhagavatam in the beginning stages we did not have Bhagavatam. First canto 3 volumes are available for us, and then all other books used to get printed in America. When it comes land in India, it will take a long time, and to getting the books of Prabhupada was a novelty at that time, you know. But anyway, I was inspired by those. Then at that time, I was like a freak in the sense I had a ponytail, about it comes up to my shoulder. Uh, um, because the influence of Western culture, we imitate the Western culture. And every day I used to hear for 1 week Prabhupada's lecture. In that lecture, all my questions are answered. And by the Giriraj, at that time he was Brahmachari, Achyutananda Maharaj and Jayapataka was also Brahmachari at that time. And Sham Sundar and Malati and her daughter Saraswati was center of attraction in that Pandal, and which I attracted the most. And on the last day of the Pandal, I shaved my head. And while shaving the head, like nowadays the blades are very sharp and the barber is sophisticated. In our time in 72, he used to, on the rock, he used to make the blade sharpen. When he was putting the blade on my head, it was paining. Tears are coming out of apparently tears are coming out. And devotees, are you getting pain? I said, no. I was weeping because I have grown my hair in such a way that all my ponytail is going. I was carrying some uh, hair in my hand, and for that I was lamenting actually. Uh, but they gave me a nice bath and put the tilak, and they gave me dhoti and kurta and wore kantimala and japamala and everything. And I saw in front of my mirror. I thought that uh, before I was completely a different person altogether. This is the way I got into Krishna consciousness. And then the first meeting with my Prabhupada and myself in after the Pandal program, they took me to Calcutta, and Prabhupada came to Calcutta at that time. Prabhupada's first temple is in Calcutta, 3 Albert Road, you know, where at that time Mayapur was not existing. After my arrival in Calcutta, Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Bhavananda Maharaj, Prabhupada told to search the place in Mayapur. So, anyway, when I met Prabhupada, I told him, well, if the devotees are introducing me, this boy is from Udupi, from Madhvacharya's birthplace, and Prabhupada was so happy, and Prabhupada was laughing, and he was telling, when Prabhupada laughs, we used to call his laugh as a $1 billion smile. He's when his big eyes comes out and he laughs. Then he told me that you are in the right track. We are also from Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So don't give up. So more than 55 years now I am associating with ISKCON and not given up. And above all, I will tell you, I do not have any regret, not a single regret. And even though I don't want it to tell myself, but I used to fight with Krishna. You might have heard in my classes, I had all the problems in the world. I am a cancer survivor. My food pipe cancer was there. I had heart attack, 2 stents in my heart. In Corona time, I had 1 month in oxygen in the hospital. At that time, I used to fight with Krishna, my dear Radha Madan Mohan. Why are you giving me all this trouble? Why only me? Then Krishna used to he told me that you are the chosen one. Then I became very happy. Okay, you are chosen me. Then I request you to grant me one wish. That wish is you give me the toleration so that I can play with those difficulties. So after that, because of the, you all know, allopathy tablets is nothing but, there is a saying in Kannada, allopathy matre, Vaikunta yatre, eradu onde. Allopathy tablets are Vaikunta yatre is the same. but he gave me the strength to tolerate. So I was a good mridanga player. Because of chemo and radiation, my hand became paralyzed. So now I am using Kartal. But maybe I am survived with all the difficulties because the love of KR Puram devotees. Uh, and when I came last year, you loved me so much, and still you are showing me the love. Maybe I am not deserving it, but you love me or not, don't love me, but I love you the most. Um, mhm.
Hare Krishna. Our summer batch students who are planning for Yatra, Mahadevapura, Goshala, and H.G. Temple or Mother Temple. So I'm requesting all the Prabhu, assembled Prabhu's mothers kindly loudly chant Hare Krishna mantra. She should go happily and come back happily and become Krishna consciousness nicely. Let's chant one day Hare Krishna mantra.
Hare Anyway, for the kids, they wore nice t-shirts. I love those t-shirts. Hare Krishna. Right.
Prabhu, with your permission, one question is there with your permission. You said in your lecture, Yoga Ashram is very tough. So, to welcome your ashram from the Vaishnavi Matadis and Vaishnavi Prabhutis, what should be their mood actually?
Vaishnava Grahasthashram is tough in the sense they have to take care of all other three ashrams. Means they have to take care of brahmacharis, they have to take care of vanaprasthas and sannyas, and their samsara, their dependent. So, to live in this material world, fittest is the survival. You have to be fit to survive. Otherwise, you will be under the trap of jivo jivasya jivanam. Higher will dominate the lower. So, and everyone in this Grahastha ashram, as one defect I found, those who are not happy, pride kills them, their righteousness, pride or ego kills. So ego, pride is a very subtle element, but it becomes so strong and it kills the what do you say, kills bhakti. And of course, there is a saying in English, when you are responsible, best things come out of you. You know, but sometimes best comes out of you when you associate with the devotees, like-minded people. When you are with the association of the devotee, your thoughts, deeds, everything becomes synchronized. It's with the rhythm, it takes the rhythm. Actually, Grahastha, not just to Kutumba Paranenava, not just to maintain his family, but he has the responsibility of bringing up the children and making the children into Krishna consciousness. In Grahastha ashram, we go through 12 sanskaras in our life. It begins with Garbhadana sanskara, then it leads to Antya samskara of Smashana Yatra. In between there are 12 altogether, there is samskara, So this only happens in Grahastha. And so to give that sanskara to our children is very tough. And I tell you, somewhere I have read in the scripture, the children, those who are born to us, they are somehow related to us in previous life. Because either they are friends or enemies, or they want, sometimes children doesn't listen the parents. They treat the parents as their enemy. Maybe in the past life he might be an enemy. And what to speak of the relatives, I call them as bedbugs. They suck our own blood and become fat. Right. So in this way, sometime in samsara, means of Grahastha, husband and wife has to cordially work together. As far as in Kannada, it is said, Santushta Grahiniye Manaya Lakshmi, means self-satisfied Grahini, means house lady, is not she is Lakshmi. And welcoming the guest, Adar Atityave Manaya Vaibhava, means treating the devotees or the guests is household Vaibhava. Vaibhava means opulence. If you treat nicely the guests, that is your opulence, Grahastha ashramas opulence. In that way, we say that home is built by bricks, but house is built by heart. Home is built by heart. Sorry. Excuse me. House is built by bricks, but home is built by heart. And it works with Grahini and Yajman both. Hope you are clear.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, I think we are good for work. And calling out all the Prabhu's knowledge is Prabhu has given a very nice explanation in many factors. And we all learn and it is very great opportunity on this early morning. So Prabhu will be here with us 3 more days.